Yo, what's good, fight fans? Welcome back to Ring Ruler, the home of everything boxing, where we break down the biggest fights, the baddest fighters, and the moments that make this sport legendary. If you're new here, smash that subscribe button and join the Ring Ruler crew because today we're diving into the fight the world's been begging for, Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford, set to light up the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas on September 13th, 2025. This is the ultimate super fight, a clash of titans, and we're counting down every reason why this bout is about to shake the boxing world to its core. Stick around to the end because I've got a bold prediction that'll have you buzzing, plus a challenge for all you Ring Ruler fans to keep this community hyped. Let's get it. Picture this: Canelo Alvarez, the Mexican superstar, the king of the super middleweight division, stepping into the ring against Terence Crawford, the pound-for-pound genius who's conquered every weight class he's touched. This isn't just a fight, it's a legacy-defining war. Canelo, with his iron chin and relentless pressure, against Crawford, with his surgical precision and unmatched ring IQ. It's power versus finesse, experience versus adaptability, and the stakes couldn't be higher. On September 13, 2025, the boxing world will stop, and Ring Ruler is here to break it all down for you. Let's start with Canelo Alvarez, the face of boxing. This man's resume reads like a highlight reel of the sport's biggest names. He's a four-division world champion, holding titles from light middleweight to light heavyweight. At 34 years old, with a record of 62 wins, 2 losses, and 2 draws, Canelo's got 39 knockouts under his belt. That's pure power. He's faced giants like Gennady Golovkin, Dmitry Bivol, and even Floyd Mayweather early in his career. Win or lose, Canelo's never backed down from a challenge. His last fight? A masterclass against Edgar Berlanga in September 2024, where he defended his unified super middleweight titles with a unanimous decision, dropping Berlanga in the 3rd round. That fight showed Canelo's still got it. His body shots are vicious, his head movements sharper than ever, and his ability to control the ring is unmatched. But here's the thing. Canelo's stepping into this fight at 168 pounds, his natural weight class, where he's the undisputed king. He's got the size advantage, the power advantage, and a chin that's been tested by the best. When you watch Canelo fight, it's like watching a tank roll through a battlefield, steady, calculated, and devastating. His left hook to the body can make grown men crumble, and his ability to cut off the ring means there's nowhere to hide. For Ring Ruler fans, you know Canelo's not just a fighter. He's a cultural icon, carrying the pride of Mexico into every punch. But is he ready for what's coming? Now, let's talk about Terence "Bud" Crawford. If Canelo's a tank, Crawford's a sniper. This man is 37 years old, but don't let that fool you. He's in his prime, with a perfect record of 41 wins, no losses, and 31 knockouts. Crawford's not just undefeated, he's untouchable. He's the former undisputed champion at 140 pounds and welterweight, and in August 2024, he moved up to 154 pounds to dominate Israil Madrimov, capturing the WBA super welterweight title. That fight proved Crawford can hang with the bigger boys, but jumping to 168 pounds to face Canelo, that's a whole different beast. Crawford's game is all about precision. His jab is like a laser, his footwork is poetry, and his ability to switch between orthodox and southpaw makes him a nightmare to prepare for. Watch his fights against Errol Spence Jr. or Sean Porter, and you'll see a guy who breaks opponents down mentally before he even lands a punch. Crawford's got the highest ring IQ in the game, bar none. He reads opponents like a book, adapting mid-fight to exploit every weakness. But here's the question buzzing around Ring Ruler. Can Crawford's speed and smarts overcome Canelo's size and power? This is his biggest test yet, moving up 2 weight classes to face a living legend. So why is this fight such a big deal? Let's break it down. First, it's a clash of styles that's got every boxing fan drooling. Canelo's a pressure fighter who loves to stalk his opponents, throw combinations, and wear them down with body shots. Crawford, on the other hand, is a counterpuncher who thrives on making opponents miss and punishing their mistakes. It's like watching a bull charge a matador. Who's gonna outsmart who? Second, this fight is for Canelo's undisputed super middleweight titles, WBA, WBC, WBO, and IBF. If Crawford wins, he'd become a three-division undisputed champion, a feat that would cement him as one of the greatest ever. For Canelo, a win solidifies his legacy as the king of this era. The stakes are sky high, and Ring Ruler is your spot for all the analysis. Let's talk about the road to this fight. Canelo's been dominating at 168 since 2020, collecting belts like they're Pokemon cards. His only loss in the last decade was to Dimitri Bivol at 175 pounds in 2022, and even then, he went the distance. Since then, he's been untouchable, with wins over Golovkin, John Ryder, Jermell Charlo, and Berlanga. Critics say he's slowing down, but tell that to the fighters he's been dropping. Crawford, meanwhile, has been on a tear his entire career. His demolition of Errol Spence Jr. in 2023 was a statement. 9 rounds of pure dominance, ending in a TKO. Moving up to 154 pounds last year showed he's not afraid to take risks, but 168 pounds is uncharted territory. The Ring Ruler community's been debating this non-stop. Can Crawford's skills overcome a 14-pound weight jump? Let's get into the X's and O's. Canelo's got the edge in power and durability. His body shots are like sledgehammers, and he's taken punches from the hardest hitters without flinching. Against Berlanga, he absorbed early shots and turned the fight into a clinic. Crawford's never faced that kind of power, and at 168, those punches are going to feel heavier. But Crawford's got speed and versatility. His ability to switch stances confuses opponents, and his counterpunching could make Canelo pay for overcommitting. If Crawford can keep the fight at range, using his jab and footwork, he might frustrate. Canelo and steel rounds. The big question is whether Crawford can handle Canelo's pressure in the later rounds when those body shots start adding up. What's the game plan? For Canelo, it's simple. Close the distance, trap Crawford on the ropes, and unleash those combinations. He'll want to make this a dogfight, where his size and strength can overwhelm Crawford. For Crawford, it's about movement and precision. He'll need to stay off the ropes, use angles, and pick his shots carefully. If he can make Canelo miss early, he might get in his head. But here's the kicker. Canelo's fought elusive fighters like Billy Joe Saunders and Caleb Plant, and he broke them both down. Crawford's on another level, but this is Canelo's domain. The Ring Ruler squad knows this fight's going to be a chess match with knockout potential. Let's talk intangibles. Canelo's got the experience edge in big fights. He's headlined pay-per-views for over a decade, fighting in front of massive crowds in Vegas, Texas, and Mexico. The pressure of a super fight won't faze him. Crawford's no stranger to big stages, but this is his first time headlining a fight of this magnitude. The crowd at T-Mobile Arena will be electric, likely leaning toward Canelo, the fan favorite. Can Crawford stay composed under that kind of heat? Mental toughness will be huge, and both guys are warriors. But Canelo's been here more times. What about the boxing world's take? The buzz on X is wild. Fans are split down the middle. Some say Canelo's too big, too strong, and too experienced at 168. Others argue Crawford's speed and adaptability will make him untouchable. Experts are leaning toward Canelo due to the weight difference, but Crawford's got plenty of believers. One ex-post called it the ultimate test of skill versus will. Here at Ring Ruler, we're not picking sides just yet. Well, maybe at the end of this video. The betting odds are tight, with Canelo as a slight favorite at 150 and Crawford at 120, but those numbers could shift as fight night gets closer. Now let's look at history. When smaller fighters move up to face bigger opponents, it's a gamble. Think Floyd Mayweather versus Canelo in 2013. Canelo was bigger, but Floyd's skill was too much. Crawford's got that Mayweather-like IQ, but Canelo's not the inexperienced kid he was back then. On the flip side, when Roy Jones Jr. moved up to heavyweight in 2003, He outclassed John Ruiz with speed and smarts. Crawford could pull a similar upset, but Canelo's no Ruiz. This fight's a rare blend of styles and eras, and Ring Ruler is hyped to see how it plays out. As we count down to September 13th, 2025, let's talk keys to victory. For Canelo, it's about cutting off the ring and landing those body shots. If he can slow Crawford down, it's his fight. For Crawford, it's about staying mobile, using his jab, and avoiding a slugfest. If he can frustrate Canelo and rack up points, he's got a shot. The later rounds will be crucial. Can Crawford withstand the pressure, or will Canelo's power take over? The Ring Ruler community's got to weigh in on this one. Cut to a dramatic slow-motion clip of Canelo and Crawford training, sweat flying, pads popping, with intense music swelling. All right, Ring Ruler fam, here's my bold prediction, and you're not going to want to miss this. I'm calling it. This fight goes the distance, 12 rounds of pure fire. Canelo's going to press hard, but Crawford's too slick to get knocked out. In the end, I'm leaning toward Canelo by a close decision, but Crawford's going to make him earn every second. You agree? Disagree? Drop your predictions in the comments below, and let's get this debate popping. Who's your pick? Canelo or Crawford? And why? Before we wrap, here's the Ring Ruler challenge. Share this video with one friend who loves boxing and get them to join our community. Let's build the biggest, baddest fight fan base on YouTube. Hit that like button if you're hyped for this fight. Subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss our breakdowns, predictions, and live reactions when Canelo and Crawford finally throw down. Check out our other videos on Ring Ruler for more fight previews, breakdowns, and boxing history. We've got a full playlist on Canelo's greatest fights and another on Crawford's rise to pound-for-pound glory. Links in the description. September 13th, 2025 is coming fast, and Ring Ruler will be with you every step of the way. Who's gonna rule the ring, Canelo or Crawford? Let's talk about it in the comments. Until next time, keep your hands up, your chin down, and stay locked in with Ring Ruler. Peace.